Myanmar's army is set to release around 700 prisoners from Yangon's Insein jail, including those detained for speaking out against the military coup. Now, it's part of the release of 2,000 detainees across the country. Large crowds have gathered outside the prison, hoping to see if their loved ones will be released. The prison chief says that he doesn't have a list of names just yet. More than 5,000 people have been detained there since the military seized power in February. Yon Wai-kit joins us live now for more on this story. Wai-kit, why has the army agreed to release these prisoners now?
Well, Don, I'll get to that in just a while. If you allow me to just quickly refer to you to my Twitter feed. If you've been following me on Twitter, you would have seen that minutes before we went on air, I've tweeted that some of the 700 prisoners were just released from Insein jail. I'm going to bring up a video. You may not be able to see it, but you can hear that there sounds of applause and a man saying thank you. That's just taken because my team has been standing outside Insein prison in Yangon the entire day under the sun, under the rain, where some 200 people were waiting for their loved ones to be released. And just minutes before we got on air, I've been told that some of the prisoners were actually released from another gate, different from where majority of relatives had been waiting. And I've also been told that some of them are also being transported on buses, perhaps being transported to the townships where they live. Now, Don, you asked earlier why the Myanmar army is releasing these prisoners. Various reasons, though there's no official one yet from the army, but various reasons. One, it could be linked to a recent meeting between the Myanmar army chief as well as diplomats who represented ASEAN. Recently, they flew to Naypyidaw to have a face-to-face meeting. And one of the sources told me that one of the things they talked about was releasing of political prisoners. Now, some may also bring up the theory that the act of releasing prisoners is just a PR or a public relations exercise. But there are also some security experts saying that the very fact of releasing prisoners could be the Myanmar army's containment strategy. Think about it as releasing prisoners, hoping in turn that they will inspire others to not take part in anti-coup protests that will in turn bring them to jail. Now, we also need to bear in mind that this is not the first time that the Myanmar army has released prisoners during the coup. There have been various batches of prisoners being released, including recently the Myanmar army having dropped charges of incitement against celebrities, some 24 celebrities.
Wai-kit, at the same time, Myanmar is, of course, struggling with a surge of COVID-19 cases under what can only be described as a dysfunctional medical system.
You said it, struggling, dysfunctional. This very much describes the current situation. I mean, right now, even if we don't talk about the ongoing political crisis, Myanmar had recently discovered 2 new variants that are more deadly, that spread even faster. And at the same time, you have your healthcare workers going on strike. That's not going to be easy for the Myanmar army to handle. Of course, it's trying its best, doing what it can. It's recently said that it plans to buy more vaccines from Russia. It's also ramping up facilities to contain people under quarantine. But it's not going to be easy because there have also been videos like this one you're seeing on screen right now circulating on social media alleging that the quarantine centers under the Myanmar army are of very bad quality. Previously, I've also seen photos circulated online showing what purportedly looks like a straw mat and captions saying that these are the beds of the COVID-19 patients.
Wai-kit, thank you for that update. Yon Wai-kit there with the latest.